Sessions, we having sessions, we locked in, you better tap in. Sessions, we having sessions, we locked in, you better tap in. Sessions, we having sessions, we locked in, you better tap in. Sessions, we having sessions, we locked in, you better tap in. Sessions, we having sessions, we locked in, you better tap in. Welcome back, man. We got another. Welcome back to Sessions QC, the hottest podcast in the Quad City. I messed up a little bit there, people. My apologies. Didn't know which mic I really wanted to use today. Hopefully you can hit me out there. Let me know. Hit me with if you can or you can't. You know I can always cut the volume up over here a little bit. Feel me? What it do? Man, today it's your player partner E-Dub, and I come to talk to you about an issue that affects many. I mean, the lives of many, whether you've been incarcerated or you haven't. This issue is going to affect you because you're dealing with your people coming home, and they have this same issue. You feel me? PTSD. So this is the place where conversation is critical, and we're at the intersection of society, mental health, and justice. My name is E-Dub, and today we're diving into a topic that doesn't get really enough attention: PTSD among prisoners. When we think about prisoners, we often focus on crime and punishment. You know, everybody knows, man, you do the crime, you do the time, man, you feel me? And yet, you know what I'm saying, we also got to think about that a person whom you commit the crime against has a feeling as well. But right now we're gonna deal with shit that was probably never answered for the reason of incarceration. You feel me? Like, we know people may have had, hard upbringing. They didn't have nothing, so they had to get out there and hustle hard, and may have got affected with the drug wars of President Reagan and all of them. Or, you know what I'm saying? You was just a guy who was always made fun of, and you ended up attacking somebody or something. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the mental health issue, whatever the issues of social injustice or the reason why you were incarcerated, we're going to deal with the incarceration. You know what I'm saying? And the psychological scars that many inmates carry with them. How does trauma shape their lives behind bars, and what happens when we are released? Because I am of this, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that we do as prisoners that, you know what I'm saying, man, makes no sense whatsoever. You know the rules that we have. If you've been locked up, everybody knows about the toilets, the spitting in the sink. You better not spit in the motherfucking sink. You liable to end up in a 15-minute brawl to somebody come save your life, you feel me? Or whatever it's gonna be, man. You know what I'm saying? You kick some ass, you get your ass kicked, one or the other, you feel me? So we're gonna define what PTSD is. PTSD is traumatic stress disorder. It is a mental health condition triggered by experiencing or witnessing a traumatic event. Symptoms include flashbacks, nightmares, severe anxiety, and uncontrolled thoughts about the event. While PTSD is often associated with combat veterans, it is prevalent in other groups exposed to chronic traumas, including survivors of abuse, accidents, natural disasters, and yes, prisoners. See, a lot of things that people don't really understand and deal with in society about prison, because this new age has made prison look fun. I mean, from the TikTok accounts to whatever you see, man. People are on there making their meals, showing their commissary, dancing, having fun, enjoying life, doing every TikTok dance and challenge that is. But people are not really dealing with the issues of what's going on, man, and why are they acting out? Because that's still an active form of acting out, whether they, you want to call it entertaining or whatever. It's acting out, bro. So we got to figure out why we get there. You know what I'm saying? So this stuff can happen from a singular event. You know what I'm saying? Or traumatic or prolonged exposures to stress and violence. Now, stress and violence in prison is sincerely a hard thing, bro, because you already in the violent. Everybody's there that's tough. You know what I'm saying? You done did something to get there. It ain't like they just. I pause. Some people are thrown in prison because, you know what I'm saying, the innocent dude get caught up in the cycle. But for the most part, man, people in prison are there because they belong there, man. We committed a crime. We broke the rules, whether we want to admit it or not. Whether we were living by our own rules and morals and standards, whether we were living by the government's. And yet, you know what I'm saying? We got to understand that, you know, when you break rules, that there are consequences and repercussions. You feel me? You learned that as a kid when your mama and them spanked that ass for doing something you ain't had no business doing. You feel me? So please enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Feel free to tap me in and tap in if you want to. You want to ask me some questions, man. You know I'm here, bro. So incarceration of a long time or any time, being away from your family is hard, man, and being in a place where Pontiac. I was in Pontiac. It was a Gladiator. It was a Thunderdome. You feel me? That's what it was known for. You had to fight to survive, man. You know what I'm saying? I remember getting, you know what I'm saying, carrying knives in the joint. Even going to SEG for knives. You know what I'm saying? It's protection. You still got to do everything that you was doing on the streets, man, and whatnot. And sometimes these are hand-to-hand combats, which are way worse than a nigga with a gun, man, because niggas with guns are killing from far off. A nigga with a knife is trying to get intimate with the kill. You feel me? So, I mean, and that's another thing that derives the stress of PTSD. Being locked in a cell, you know what I'm saying? Whether you in there with somebody or by yourself, bro. Segregation was one of the hardest things to do. Like, Pontiac, we had the thing called the door. Behind that door, bro, it was hard to say. You really couldn't hear nothing, man. You struggling to hear through the vent to talk to somebody, man. You looking up at the ceiling that's goddamn it 15 feet ahead of you, but you could reach your arms across and touch wall to wall. Bro, man, it's a lot of traumatic stuff, man, and a lot of people don't come back from that. They don't know how to deal with it. I lost a cousin due to PTSD. I'm going to say that's what it was, bro. I've lost friends. I seen friends die in there. I seen people take their own lives in there, bro. That shit is rough. And then I got to deal with that. Or somebody dying. You know, you waking up and seeing a motherfucker getting carried out on a stretcher. Man, bro, that shit is a motherfucker. You're young. I went to jail at 17, man, and came home at the age of fucking 42, bro. So the amount of stress and trauma that it is and the way that I deal with it, people around me get mad because I'm happy-go-lucky outside of the home. I talk and I communicate with everybody outside of the home. And then when I'm home, I'm quiet. Why? Because it's the same shit I did in the joint, bro. I was happy outside of that cell. I had to put on, you got to put on the mask. Everybody fakes it till you make it. You put on that mask. And then when I go inside, I'm left dealing with Eric. So you know what I'm saying? That was what I always called my quiet time, my get to know me time, the thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So people got to understand that, man. A lot of people dealt with this stressful situation in their own way, man, and we didn't have a lot of help. And you know what I'm saying? The resources were not there. Fuck, they closed down all the mental health institutions and sent everybody that was in there to get help to prisons. How did that help anything? You know what I'm saying? So when you got somebody who's been triggered and then who's been affected by this and then their triggers are easy, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know you slept with somebody that came home from the joint. I bet you didn't wake them up like you put your hands on them. Because man, motherfucker come out there sleeping from the joint, goddamn it, ready to swing and stab him, Jack. You don't touch me while I'm asleep. Don't touch me at all. No more locked doors. Let me quit playing. But I mean, you know, we laugh to keep from crying, man. You know what I'm saying? The prison environment itself is categorized by threats, unpredictability, and isolation, which can worsen and trigger our symptoms, man. So it's giving me a thing. So imagine living in a constant state of hypervigilance. You gotta watch everything. Your head is on a constant swivel. You don't let you know what I'm saying? You stand with your back to the wall. You on it, man. If you in the yard, you around your guys. You wanna make it's everything. Security is a must. Man, to be aware is to be alive. These are sayings that I learned in jail, man. To be aware is to be alive, to notice your surroundings. And you can always tell when something's about to happen. The tension gets thick as fuck, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like you cutting with a knife. So, man, and that's your daily reality. You wake up, you got to put your knife on. You like Buddy from Don't Be Drinking Your Juice while being a menace in the hood or some shit like that. Man, you know what I'm saying? Do I put the Glock with the ones? Do I got the knife with the bro? I'm swearing for God, man. You start naming shit. Look how fucked up we is in jail. We call segregation jail. When we in population, we free. When the nigga go to cell, man, he in jail, man. He ain't got no bond, bro. That's the we do all of this and chime it like that, bro. I swear for God, this shit is crazy, man. How we deal with shit and turn the realities, and you know what I'm saying? We deal with our inhumane conditions and make them livable. No matter how it is, we make that shit livable, man, and we got to deal with it. So PTSD is common in the prison population. Studies suggest rates of PTSD among incarcerated individuals are significantly higher than in the general population. Some estimates say anywhere from 20 to 50% of prisoners show PTSD symptoms, compared to about 6% in general public. And so think about that, man. 20 to 50% of the population is showing signs of PTSD. Bro, everybody is hyper. Everybody is ready, vigilant. Everybody is ready to go. Everybody is TTG in jail, bro. Trained to go. Everybody's ready to go, man. Man, them some of the scariest things to be said, man. I'm not gonna try to glorify that or talk about that. And so you got to think about this. I mentioned it earlier about this pre-incarceration trauma that a lot of us dealt with, whether it come from the backgrounds of poverty, violence, and abuse. You know what I'm saying? Because people act out over all this stuff, man. So the drug issues. You can't get to your drugs. You can get your drugs and you still acting an ass. Or they put you on some medication. You know how many people I've seen come to jail and get turned out on medications? Bro, man, they take pills to escape reality. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want the bullshit. The hound dog, the Thorazine, you know what I'm saying? The shit, man. It was one joke we had, say the nurse used to have to open up that motherfucking drawer with 2 sets of keys, goddamn it. And when it opened up, they had a whole nother box to open up out of that bitch, and then they had the fall coming about that shit like a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde type movie. You feel me? So you know what I'm saying? So you got to think about this, man. Dealing with this stuff and not having that resources and taking medication that was designed to be testing medication upon animals, because you know they don't give us none of the real shit in jail. It's tested medication. You feel me? So we got to deal with that, man. So, and then we got complex PTSD as well. So that's some stuff from prolonged exposure and trauma common in prison population. You know how it is, man, to be on lockdown and they bring you them small ass trays and don't want to let you get out to take a shower. Everything you got to do is within this 6x9 ass cell and there's 2 people in there. Or you might get lucky, get a bigger cell, but if you get the bigger cell, you got 4 people in that joint when you're in the dorms in certain joints, certain institutions. In certain places, that's all they are dorms, man. Can you imagine having 19 other motherfucking roommates, goddamn it, dealing with this shit? Man, all the bullshit that happened, man, motherfuckers ain't as fortunate or don't know how to hustle or whatever the fuck it is and want to steal. You got to beat a motherfucker ass with stealing. Now you super security to be aware as to be alive. Once again, we on that. And so sometimes we self-medicate to heal ourselves, which, as you know, I promote the self-medication of marijuana. So, but first and foremost, what I'm talking about right now is THCA hemp of the Federal Farm Bill of 2019, which I got a promo code inside of my title. You can check it out, THCK. Go down there, look at their website and order some, man. Use promo code SessionsQC, goddamn it, and get another 10% off on the discount, man. You know, you read what the labels say at your dispensary. If you're shopping at your local dispensary, all this shit is the same, man. If you're shopping at the vape shop, check out THC King. You know what I'm saying? Now back to this PTSD shit. I mean, so prison behavior. These are not just statistics that they're people. People whose untreated trauma can influence their behavior, relationships, even their chances at reoffending after release. Now, that is true, man, because I got a partner, man, it's sad, bro. He is, we was locked up. We did plenty of time together. He came home and unalived himself, his girl, and that, which is sad, bro. But that's dealing with this trauma that we don't get help for, or we self-medicate, and we don't know how to talk to no one. Man, the circle of friends that you have when you come home is a big thing, man, because we bring so much baggage back home, and we don't realize the baggage that we bring back, and people have to deal with that because they're dealing with their own issues. They've been dealing with the survival and taking care of your black ass while you was locked up, or your white, whoever you were, taking care of your ass while you were locked up. And a lot of times people don't respect that either, you know what I'm saying, or value it. I'm not gonna say respect. They don't value it, man. And so we got to deal. We got everybody has it's affecting and affecting everybody, man. So we got to figure out a way to get through this, man, and to get around it, man, and to get over it, man. So so when we say prison, PTSD doesn't just affect the individual's mental health, it shapes how they respond to the prison environment. Can you imagine somebody you're feeling attacked from someone, or in a sense like, or someone's trying to take advantage, you know what I'm saying, stealing from you, taking from you, or whatever the fuck it is. You don't want to let that happen, so you're going to be aggressive to behavior. You know what I mean? People walk around prison with mean mugs on their face daily, man, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times that comes from accountability and acceptability. People don't know how to deal with the reason why they're there. We're so complacent of blaming others for our mistakes and our downfalls, and we got to deal with that. And people used to get mad at me because I became happy. I was a happy guy in prison. I used to smile, tell everybody good night when when it was locked down. You know what I'm saying, in English and Spanish. You know what I'm saying. I ain't know no other language, but I used to do that because I had took accountability for my actions. You know what I'm saying. It wasn't nobody's fault that I was there. That was a way of me healing and dealing with my disorders and my traumatic stress. And you know what I'm saying? So I did that, man, as a healing. I got educated, got an education. I'm not going to say got an education, man, to help further everything, man, and got a relationship with the Creator. You feel me? So that's a lot of stuff that people, you know what I'm saying, when a person maturity, you know how they got the little thing. Maturing is when you realize something. You feel me? Maturing is realizing that I was the reason why I was in prison. No one else caused that to happen, no matter what the circumstances were. And so it also, dealing with this shit can make you emotionally numb. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for people to engage in rehabilitation programs or in conversation. You feel me? So here you go. Here you got to deal with all of that, and man, and it's crazy, man. So and then you also got to deal with the flashbacks and disassociation. I seen, people disassociate from groups and others, you know what I'm saying? And people, I seen a guy mess with a guy that was disassociating from everyone. And then, you know what I'm saying, with that involves in disciplinary. You know what I'm saying? The guards, the staff want to abuse, you don't, they don't know what's going on. You've been misdiagnosed or a lack of diagnosis for this stuff, man. And people are forced to deal with it, and so people are punished for it, and we got to deal with it. Here we go. Person with PTSD, whatever trauma he has, thrown in a situation. Don't nobody know. Don't nobody know your background, but it's up to us to try to figure it out. This is just the people living with you. Now you got to think about the guys who are there scared for their lives. They just want to be there for their 8 or however many hours they got to be there to go home to their family, because they're also stressed too, because shit, they understand and see all this shit that's going on. So man, it's a lot of stuff that's going on. We know that the system is broken. You know what I'm saying? What can we do, man? Fuck, Trump is taking away money for everything, man. So there's not been any money for prisoners for the longest, and prison has been it's been away from reform and education. You know what I'm saying? Whereas you used to go, they used to force you to go, you know what I'm saying, learn, get your education, to do something to become a productive citizen in society upon your release. But now, they take the money away. You know how hard it is to get in the program. When they bring the stuff back, people are happy. You know what I'm saying, man? Then, now Illinois system is they making you work for your good time, earn your good time to get out. Man, it's crazy, man. So, we got to deal with limited resources, stigma around mental health. Us as black people hate to say, to go get help for a mental health issue, man. That is the worst thing to ever do, bro. To be, you know what I'm saying? And so, man, how do you go get help when you don't know how to ask for help, or you don't know why you need help? You feel me? So if prisoners are supposed to rehabilitate, how can we ignore the psychological wounds that drive so much of the behaviors we are trying to correct? Hmm. Do they do that? I don't know. I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know so many people who reoffended because they didn't have help for their trauma. They were still trying to cope with it or whatever their issues. You know what I'm saying? So we need help. So we need trauma informed care. We need people to be taught the signs and symbols of this stuff to help look for it and to recognize it early on to stop it. And then, you know what I'm saying, we need cognitive processing therapy, or I don't know what that EMR therapy, adapted to prison settings. You know what I'm saying? Peer support groups, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm thankful because in prison I've got a support group of friends and peers who were dealing with the same thing. Like-minded individuals. We connected and we found a way to work around. It was working out in the yard. It was communicating and not being scared to open up. And a lot of these guys I'm still in contact with to this day. We text. I mean, we may not talk for hours. We don't talk for hours on the phone and none of that shit. But we text each other regularly and make sure we all doing well. And then when we do speak, we get a good conversation, man. So shout out to all those guys who survived and are still surviving the traumas that we had. You know what I'm saying? This matters to all of us because people are coming home. They don't stay in jail forever. You feel me? So we gotta. It's gonna be there. You gotta deal with it. So man, please, when you got somebody, you gotta do. You gotta recognize their signs, and hopefully they could help to recognize their own and help correct that behavior, man. It ain't gonna be a yada yelling and cussing out or forcing somebody. You can't beat it into somebody. You can't beat it out of no whatever the hell you want to try to do, man. It's gonna take understanding. It's gonna take help. It's gonna take patience, and it's gonna be rough, man. I commend everyone who puts up with my shit, man, because I know I'm an asshole by nature. You feel me? Um, but I try my best to deal with the stresses, man, of life, bro. And you know what I'm saying? For anybody who may have any stresses of life and need help, man, my phone, my line is always open. Y'all know how to get in contact with me. Sessions QC, the hottest podcast in the quad, man. I mean, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I want to get back into doing these lives. I want to get back into being a fun guy. But we also got to talk about issues that affect us in our communities, man. And we got to come together. So it's going to be more talks of me doing something with a theme, maybe for prisoners, maybe for justice, maybe for injustice. Who knows what it's going to be? But we're going to have some fun with it, man, and we're going to stay tuned in. I want to thank you all who tuned in with me, who stayed in throughout the whole broadcast, and if you just caught in, man, thank you once again for your support. Like, share, subscribe, comment. You know that's tapping in. Also, man, check out my story. I will have a link to THCA King on there in my info in my description. Check it out, man. Go look at the product, man. And if you self-medicate, if you a marijuana smoker, THCA is the hemp bill that was passed in 2019 through the Donald Trump, I guess you want to say, or whatever the fuck going on. The hemp bill that we got now with the marijuana. So this stuff comes to your door discreetly packaged. You know what I'm saying? And it must be 21 or older to order. So I got a promo code. I got a coupon in there. Get you 5% off. Promo code Sessions QC. Get you an additional 10% off. Tap the fuck in. Sessions QC, the hottest podcast in the quad. Sessions. We haven't said.